Hello students, today we are going to study testing of concrete for its workability. Workability of concrete is the ease and homogeneity of work with freshly mixed concrete or mortar. In other words, if concreting process such as mixing, placing, compacting and finishing can be done easily in freshly mixed concrete, this is called workability of concrete. Now we have various tests of workability of concrete. The first one is slump cone test, another one is compaction factor test, the next one is flow test, VB consistometer test and Kelly ball test. Now slump cone test, compaction factor test, that is also known as compacting factor test, and VB consistometer test is the most important test from the workability of concrete point of view. Now slump cone test apparatus is shown here, compaction factor test apparatus is shown here, Kelly ball apparatus is shown here, VB consistometer is shown here and the flow table is shown here. Now we will start with the first test, that is slump cone test or known as slump test. Here a slump cone is shown here whose this dimension is 10 centimeter, this dimension is 20 centimeter and the height of the slump cone is 30 centimeter. Now this is known as slump cone, this is known as tamping rod and this is the measuring tape and this is the non-porous plate. Now the concrete slump test or slump cone test is the most common test for workability of freshly mixed concrete, which can be performed either at the working site or field or in the laboratory. To maintain the workability and quality of fresh concrete, it is necessary to check batch by batch inspection of the concrete slump. This can be easily done with the concrete slump test. The slump test is the simplest test to determine workability of concrete that involves low cost and provides immediate results. Now the apparatus of slump cone test. First is the slump test cone, that is mold, another one is tamping rod and the last one is scale for measurement. Now I had already told you that this dimension is 10 centimeter or 100 mm, this dimension is 200 mm or 20 centimeter and the height of the slump cone is 30 centimeter or 300 mm. Clean the internal surface of the mold and apply oil. Place the mold on a smooth horizontal non-porous base plate. Fill the mold with the prepared concrete mix in 4 approximately equal layers. It means that we have to fill the concrete in the mold in 4 equal layers with compaction of each layer by 25 strokes by the tamping rod. So in the next point it is written as tamp each layer with 25 strokes of the rounded end of the tamping rod in a uniform manner over the cross section of the mold. For the subsequent layers, the tamping should penetrate into the underlying layer. Remove the excess concrete and level the surface with a trowel. It means that we have to remove the excess concrete from the top of the concrete mold with the help of a trowel. Clean away the mortar or water leaked out between the mold and the base plate. Clean away the mortar or water leaked out between the mold and the base plate. Raise the mold from the concrete immediately and slowly in vertical direction. Measure the slump as the difference between the height of the mold and that of the highest point of the specimen being tested. It means that we have to measure this height, that is this height. This is known as the slump value. Now result of slump test on concrete is given as slump for the given sample is equals to dash mm. When the slump test is carried out, following are the shapes of the concrete slump that can be observed. First one is known as true slump, which is like this. True slump is the only slump that can be measured in the test. The measurement is taken between the top of the cone and the top of the concrete after the cone has been removed as shown in the figure 1, that is here. Now the next is the zero slump, which is shown here. Zero slump is the indication of a very low water cement ratio which results in dry mixes. These type of concrete is generally used for road construction. Now the next slump is the collapsed slump, which is shown here. This is an indication that the water cement ratio is too high, that is concrete mix is too wet, or it is a high workability mix for which a slump test is not appropriate. Now the next is the shear slump, which is shown here. The shear slump indicates that the result is incomplete and concrete to be retested. Now the recommended result of concrete slump test as per Indian Code 456-2000, that is IS 456-2000 for plain and reinforced concrete, if the slump of concrete is in between 0 to 25 mm, then it is considered as very low workability of concrete. If the slump of the concrete is in between 25 to 50 mm, then it is considered as low workability of concrete. If the slump of the concrete is in between 50 to 100 mm, then it is considered as medium workability of concrete. And if the slump of the concrete is in between 100 to 150 mm, then it is considered as high workability of concrete. Now, type of concrete is shown in this column and slump value is shown in this column. For concrete that will be used in road construction, the slump value will be equals to 20 to 40 mm, and for all the other works, the slump value is written here. Now, limitations of slump cone test. It is not suitable for concrete containing aggregates larger than 40 mm. It is also not suitable for concretes of dry mixes, for very wet concrete, and it is not reliable because slump may be of any shape. Now the next test is the compaction factor test. According to this test, the workability may be defined as the amount of applied work required to compact the concrete to its maximum density. Now compaction factor test is the workability test for concrete conducted in laboratory. The compaction factor is the ratio of weight of partially compacted to fully compacted concrete. It was developed by Road Research Laboratory in United Kingdom and is used to determine the workability of concrete. The compaction factor test is used for concrete which have low workability, for which slump test is not suitable. Now the suitability of compaction factor test. This method is adopted for determining the workability of concrete mix in laboratories. It gives fairly good results for concrete of low workability. Now the apparatus of compacting factor test or the compaction factor test. The first one is trowel, next one is hand scoop, another one is a rod of steel or other suitable material that is 1.6 cm diameter, 61 cm long, rounded at one end, and the last one is balance. Now procedure of compaction factor test on concrete. The test is performed in the following steps. Place the concrete sample gently in the upper hopper to its brim using the hand scoop and level it. Cover the cylinder. Open the trap door at the bottom of the upper hopper so that concrete fall into the lower hopper. Push the concrete sticking on its sides gently with the rod. Open the trap door of the lower hopper and allow the concrete to fall into the cylinder below. Cut off the excess of concrete above the top level of cylinder using trowels and level it. Clean the outside of the cylinder. Now weight the cylinder with concrete to the nearest 10 gram. This weight is known as the weight of partially compacted concrete. It means that first of all we have to fill the concrete in the upper hopper. After that we have to remove the trap door and we have to send that concrete in the next hopper. Now after filling the next hopper we have to open the trap door again and we allow the concrete to fall into the cylinder. Now we have to remove the excess concrete from the top of the cylinder as well as from the side of the cylinder, and we have to take the weight of that cylinder which is filled by the concrete and let it be W1. Now empty the cylinder and Then refill it with the same concrete mix in layers approximately 5 cm deep, each layer being heavily rammed to obtain the full compaction. Now after determining the weight W1, we have to empty the cylinder and again fill the cylinder with the same concrete but in the 4 layers, with each layer of concrete to be tempered by 25 strokes by the tamping rod to obtain the full compaction. Now level the top surface, weigh the cylinder with fully compacted. This weight is known as the weight of fully compacted concrete, that is W2. Now find the weight of the empty cylinder, that is W. Now calculation of compaction factor. It will be equals to weight of partially compacted concrete upon weight of fully compacted concrete. That is W1 minus W upon W2 minus W. Now W is the weight of empty cylinder, W1 is the weight of partially compacted concrete plus weight of cylinder. Similarly, W2 is the weight of fully compacted concrete plus weight of cylinder. So for finding the compaction factor, we have to subtract the weight of the cylinder from the weight of partially compacted concrete plus cylinder plus weight of fully compacted concrete plus cylinder, that is shown here. Now the advantages of compaction factor test. It is suitable for testing workability in the laboratories for concrete of low workability, as well as suitable to detect the variation in workability over a wide range. Its results are more precise and sensitive. Now recommended result of concrete compaction factor test is written here, that is degree of workability, slump in mm, compacting factor and uses for which concrete is suitable. Now for very low workable concrete, the slump will be 0 to 25 mm and the compacting factor will be equals to 0.78. Now it is used for very dry mixes, used in road making, road vibrated by power operated machines. Okay. Similarly, for low workable concrete, for medium workable concrete and for high workable concrete, slump is written here, compacting factor is written here and the use is written here like this. Now the next test is the VB consistometer test. VB test is the pure laboratory test to measure workability of fresh concrete. VB test is also called as VB consistometer test or VB test. The name VB or VB is derived from the initial of V. Barner from Sweden, who developed this test. In the VB test, workability is measured with the aspect of mobility and compactability. Now in the VB consistometer test, the shape of concrete is changed from the slump cone shape to the cylindrical shape through the vibration process. This is called as remolding effect. This remolding effect is measured in seconds, which is called VB degree or VB seconds. Now VB consistometer test is suitable for very dry concrete whose slump value cannot be measured by slump test, but the vibration is too strong for the concrete where slump is greater than 50 mm. Hence the remolding activity can't be measured or it is difficult to measure in seconds. Now in the slump cone test we had determined the slump value, in the compaction factor test we had determined the compacting factor. Now in the VB consistometer test we will determine the VB time in second. Now the suitability of VB consistometer test. This method is suitable for dry concrete having very low workability. Now the apparatus which will be used in the VB consistometer test is a vibrator table, which is shown here, that is this. The vibrating table is 380 mm long and 260 mm wide and is supported on rubber shock absorbers and mounted on a base. Now the next is a metal pot or cylindrical container, which is shown here, and it is fixed onto the vibrator table through the wing nuts, that is shown here. Now the next one is a sheet metal cone or slump cone, which is shown here. The sheet metal cone is a slump cone which has 300 mm height and its bottom diameter is 200 mm and the top diameter is 100 mm. It is placed in the metal pot just like this. A standard iron rod and a stopwatch. Now the procedure of VB test. Place a sheet metal cone or slump cone in the metal pot cylindrical container of the consistometer. Fill the concrete in the slump cone in 4 layers. Each layer should be 1/4 of the height of the slump cone. Tamp each layer with the rounded end of tamping rod for 25 strokes. After the last layer has been tamped, then level the surface with a trowel. After the leveling of slump cone surface, move and place the transparent glass disc which is attached to the swivel arm on the top surface of the slump cone in the metal pot and then note down the reading from the graduated scale as the initial reading. Now remove the slump cone slowly and carefully in the upward direction and wait till the concrete settles in new position. Then lower the transparent glass disc on the top of the concrete and note down the reading from the graduated scale as a final reading. Determine the slump value by taking the difference between the final reading and the initial reading which are taken from the graduated rod. Now switch on the vibrator and start the stopwatch. Allow concrete to spread out in the metal pot. The vibrator should be continued till the concrete surface completely adheres uniformly to the transparent glass disc. And note the time taken for this remolding process. This time is recorded in seconds. Now result of VB consistometer test. Slump value is the difference between the final reading and the initial reading which are taken from the graduated rod. Now slump value will be equals to final reading minus initial reading. Now we had to determine the VB degree or VB time. In the VB consistometer test, the shape of concrete is changed from the slump cone shape to the cylindrical shape in seconds. The required time to change the shape of concrete is known as VB degree. Now points to be taken care of. Apparatus should be clean and free from moisture before starting the testing. Before pouring the concrete in the slump cone, the oil or another lubricant should be applied inside the cone. While strokes are applied in the slump cone at the time of filling the cone in the layers, strokes should be applied uniformly throughout the layer. Now recommended result of VB test is written in this table, that is consistency of concrete, and here the VB degree, that is time in second, is shown. For very dry consistency of concrete, the VB time varies from 15 to 20 seconds. For dry concrete, 7 to 10 seconds. For plastic concrete, 4 to 5 seconds. And for semi-fluid consistency of concrete, the time ranges from 2 to 3 seconds. That is all about the test of concrete for its workability. Thank you very much, students.